Now, the forecast with KOIN 6 Chief Meteorologist Bruce Sussman.
Wow, it's been a beautiful night out there tonight, and tomorrow's looking pretty good for a good chunk of the day. Just a little weird compared to what we've had lately. We're going to have low clouds and high clouds out the door in the morning. Temperatures in the 60s. We'll have some filtered sunshine at lunchtime and 70 degrees. We'll head up to 77 by 3 o'clock. And finally, we end up in the low to mid 80s tomorrow. But a lot of the day, we'll have this filtered sunshine, some cool-looking clouds passing through. Outside right now, it's still a mild night. We're at 68 degrees. What a gorgeous finish to the day. After highs in the 80s, most places except the coast would stay cool. Check out our time-lapse tonight of the sun going down over the West Hills. Wasn't that beautiful? And all the clouds, the way they played with the light, that was moisture streaming in from the south. You can see the same sort of thing in our time-lapse from the Columbia River tonight from our Salties cam. Not only the clouds, but also all the sailboats out there on the river. Just beautiful. And then the mare's tails, which are these clouds that have like wispy edges to them, kind of dropping down. It looks like it's raining, and actually it is. Raining from one layer of the atmosphere to the other, but the moisture never reaches the ground. But they look like wispy horses' tails in the sky. This is all linked to increasing moisture that is streaming in tonight. So far hasn't done a lot except create some nice sunsets, right? But there's going to be a change over the next couple of days. This area of low pressure offshore is just inching closer to us, and as it does, it's going to help act as a trigger to start off some thunderstorms, to take this moisture and do something with it. Most likely this will be over the Cascades first, and so if you look at the risk over the next 72 hours, which is about how long we'll have this thunderstorm risk, the Cascades and points east are most likely to see the action. However, some of these may impact the foothill cities, on the east side of town, and possibly some I-5 corridor cities as well. Let's look at our cloud and rain forecast for tomorrow. And here we are at 8 a.m. Low clouds and high clouds west of the mountains. And even though you don't see any moisture here, some of the thunderstorms could be dry at first, which means we're not really seeing them develop here on our rain forecast because there's not a lot of moisture with them. And that would be bad for fire danger. And then we go through midday tomorrow looking mostly dry. You see an increase in those scattered storms firing up tomorrow night, and some of them may drift across the gorge as well. So we'll be watching this over the next few days. Now, fire weather warnings are in effect until 11 o'clock Thursday in this area. About 2/3 of Oregon now under critical fire danger conditions. So dry, and then we have the thunder and lightning. That includes most of the gorge, and those of you in the Mount Hood National Forest, the Willamette and Gifford-Pinchot National Forest, so a lot of campers and hikers this time of year. If that's you, you need to keep an eye on the skies. Even foothill communities like Sandy, Silverton, and Sweet Home have the potential to see some storms during this event. So we'll keep an eye on this over the next few days. Stays cloudy and cool along the coast with some afternoon sunshine. In the metro area, we start around 60. We end up about 82 in Portland. The patchy clouds are around off and on during the day, and there's a slight chance of an afternoon storm. But again, over the next few days, I've got this thunderstorm chance in, but they're most likely over the Cascades and the foothills. Occasionally, though, these one or two of them will drift across the valley. So that's what we'll be watching for. The weather team, we're on it and watching it carefully over the next few days. By the weekend, it looks to me like we got morning clouds Saturday, and we're back to a sunny afternoon on Saturday, and then mid-80s on Sunday. So another good-looking weekends ahead. We just got to watch the next few days because the danger of wildfire starting in the Cascades is going to be pretty high.
Isn't it amazing how we all acclimated to this 80-degree weather?
Just like that.
Yeah, we're like, oh,
Just kind of like in the winter when we're acclimated to 57
yes,
rain.
yes, we are.
Yeah, forget about that.
Thanks,
Sorry.
Bruce.